All right, so I thought that I'd share a little bit on how I do thumbnails and just my little setup because I know some people might appreciate that. So, I tend to save like them in groups. So, for example, you'll see up here it says February thumbnails. I have a lot of pages just because I have a lot of different ideas. And also, you'll notice that I keep like different, what do you call these elements? Elements on the page that I think I might use again. So, Canadian flag. This is kind of like shadowed so that if I have text that's hard to read, I can put it behind it. The text that I can copy and paste. So to share with you what I'm working on here, I had this background like that. I wanted it to be lighter. So what I did was I clicked on it and then I did the transparency so that it turns lighter because there's a white background behind it. So I have this ChatGPT teach me, and I'm like, teach me is kind of hard to see. There's different ways of making it pop, but for me, I tend to use um, a shadow. So I'm going to take the shadow, I'm going to copy. For me, I just press Control C, and then I click on the slide that I want it to be added to. So I click on it, Control V or paste, and it will be pasted about the same place that it was taken off. Well, I guess maybe not. There we go. I'm going to put it where the teach me is. As you can see, it's over my face. It's over the teach me, but I'm going to try to get it to where I want it to be. It looks pretty good. I might actually copy it. So Control C so that if I want it to be darker and paste another one, I can. But I'm going to position it so that it goes backwards. So it's going to go behind teach me. It makes it pop. I'm going to go backward again. Backwards. Yeah. And then the last one, as you can see, it got lighter there. So I'm going to go back forward so you can see the difference. It's in front of my face. I want it behind my face. And I think it went behind these as well. Do I feel like the teach me pops? I'm not really sure. So I think I'm going to Control V, so paste again the shadow that I just copied. And then I'm going to do it again. As you can see, it's darker because I have two shadows on top of each other. I'm going to position it. So position up here, go back. I think I like it. I'm going to click. I'm going to keep clicking backward until I see that it's behind my face. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to have teach me. And then I want, oops, I'm losing power. Just 1 second. I'm going to pause my recording. Before I continue, I just want to say that I put all of my favorite stuff in the links, like my favorite things for creators. So I have an AI editing tool that saves me hours per video when I edit, my favorite microphones and all that. So if you are interested in seeing what I actually use, check it out. Of course, this video does not represent the quality of my work because I'm just doing a screen recording with Zoom, which isn't always the best. But let me continue. So I want to say ChatGPT teach me is going to be about a language. So I'm going to click on that. I could go copy. Yeah, I'll do it with my mouse just so you can see how I do it. So I click it. And now that I see that everything's popping up, I know that I'm not in the text box. So I can right click. I can copy and then paste, or I could just duplicate it. I'm going to duplicate it. Teach me, and insert language. I'm kind of breaking the four-word rule, but it's just happening. And there we go. Oh, I don't know if I like that. Yeah. Hmm. I'm kind of tempted to put something like a color behind insert language because I like that the teach me pops. So I'm going to click on this, and then you can see that this pops up, this pops up, this pops up. So I'm clicking on that. And then I'm going to say copy, boom, click away. I guess I don't need to click away. And then I click on the slide, and then I could right click, paste. It's gonna, yes. And then right now, like it is on top. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just positioning it because when it is on top, it's easier for me to maneuver where this block is going to go. So as you can see, I'm trying to do it to really align with the text. I'm going to cover it just a little bit, and then I'm going to slide it this way because I want it to be thin. Then I can position it backwards. Remember, when you position things backwards, once I click on this, it's really going to be the text that's going to be, what I'm going to be controlling. It's going to be harder to like maneuver and move this thing after, like this box, because it's behind. So I'm going to click Control Z just to put it back. So that's why I make sure it's properly positioned before I push it back. And let's say, I'm going to go back. Let's say I accidentally position it in a way where I'm like, oh, I don't like it. Like, let's do that. And I position it backwards and I'm like, ooh, I don't like it. Sometimes you can, because as I'm clicking the text, as you can see this time, right now, when I click here, I'm clicking the blue thing. I can't always. So you can always click undo. Or if you haven't clicked anything else and you've already positioned it, like I click position backwards and I'm like, ooh, I know it doesn't fit right away. I can move it back, like forward. Sorry. I'm really bad explaining things right now in the morning. I can move it forward. And then, oop, I want to reposition it again. I could try it again, push it backwards. Oh, it's not quite right. I'm not going to click anything yet because as soon as I click something, the text is going to be the thing that I'm going to be clicking, if that makes sense. Because if I click now, I won't be able to maneuver and move the blue triangle. So I'm just going to push it forward again. And again, if you forget that and you accidentally click the text, like for example, like I click backwards and then I click the text and I'm like, oh, I thought I was moving the triangle. You could just click here, undo, undo so that it is back in the front again. Oops. And then whatever you're moving is going to be circled. So I'm going to go undo again. And then I'm going to click. And then, okay, I know that I'm moving the rectangle because it's like an outline around it. So I'm going to move it back. ChatGPT, teach me language. I'm a little worried how close this is to the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to try to see what it looks like on TV thumbs. Anyways, I'll show you what I mean. All right, so what I meant to say was thumbsup.tv. So this is going to help you see what your thumbnail looks like on different devices. So I'm going to click here and upload my image. I'm going to pause it here so that you don't really see the contents of my computer. So you'll see what it looks like after you uploaded an image. All right, so I've uploaded the image and I can put like the title or whatnot, like learn a language with me or something. With me. I'm gonna have a better title, but just to show you. So here it looks good. The time in the corner does not wreck anything or hide anything. That's okay. On a home small on the sidebar, this is what it looks like. It's pretty close. What I'm really concerned about is when it gets really small. Like here, not too bad. 123K views. That's gonna be exciting if that happens. So that's kind of that's what I do. Like I mentioned, I have what do you call it? A project with a bunch of pages with a bunch of elements that I can use, copy and paste. And then as I have different, what do you call it? Different thumbnails ready, I just do them. And then once March happens, just so that this doesn't become such a huge project, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click that file and then make a copy. And then I'll make a copy and call it March thumbnails. And then I'll probably do some cleaning and like get rid of like this or whatever duplicates I think are just too much. I'll get rid of this, get rid of that. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer in terms of how I do my thumbnails. I'm not an expert. My CTR is not that great yet. So yeah, I'm doing what I can to help whoever wants to learn more. Anyways, take care. Again, check out the description to see my favorite tools and equipment. Take care. Bye.